I mean, there's certainly that invasion of privacy that goes on, but I think it's not so much having something to do with me that turned the tide. I mean, the reason to put the information out there is just because of who he is. It's the truth.
It's official. Hollywood friendships are more fragile than we ever imagined. Taylor Swift and Blake Lively, once two peas in a pod, have now found themselves in the middle of one of the messiest legal dramas Hollywood's seen in a while. We're talking lawsuits, major accusations, and a friendship that might never be the same again. What caused the fallout? Well, buckle up, because what started as a cute Insta-famous duo is now a full-blown scandal with enough plot twists to keep us on the edge of our seats. From legal battles to behind-the-scenes power moves, this story has everything. But how did we get here? From a rooftop scene to courtroom drama, let's break it all down. This is not your average celebrity gossip. Trust me, you'll want to stay till the end. For over a decade, Taylor Swift and Blake Lively were the ultimate Hollywood besties. You couldn't scroll through Instagram without seeing them gushing over each other in posts, making cute cameo appearances in each other's work, or sending love from red carpets to cozy holiday gatherings. They were inseparable in the public eye, and fans adored them. There was never any sign of drama, no cryptic messages, no shady comments. It was as if they were the perfect example of what true Hollywood friendship looked like. We all remember the Instagram shoutouts and those adorable moments where they seemed like they were living out a rom-com script in real life. It was the kind of relationship that made you want to believe that in the chaotic world of fame, some friendships could survive the spotlight. But out of nowhere, bam, Taylor Swift's team suddenly announces that the two are taking a break. Wait, what? Hold up. Friends can take a break like Ross and Rachel? That's a new one. This unexpected announcement had everyone scrambling, trying to figure out what was really going on. Was it just a normal Hollywood separation, or was something darker bubbling beneath the surface? Sources started talking, and all signs pointed to one thing. There was drama in the air. The cause? Well, let's just say it involved more than just a little disagreement. The plot thickens when we introduce Justin Baldoni, director, actor, and the creative mind behind the adaptation of Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. Baldoni had originally been riding high on the success of his project, but behind the scenes, things were quickly spiraling. It all started with Blake Lively, who shocked the public when she accused Baldoni of harassment during production. She went public with her claims, even suggesting that Baldoni had orchestrated a smear campaign against her. In Hollywood, accusations like that can take someone down in an instant, but Baldoni wasn't having it. He fired back with a massive countersuit against Blake and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, for defamation. And we're not talking about a small sum here. Baldoni is suing for $400 million. That's no pocket change. It's the kind of money that makes people stop in their tracks and think, okay, this is serious. Imagine being in the middle of all this, trying to navigate creative differences, harassment allegations, and a lawsuit that could change your career forever. So what happened next? It gets even juicier. As the battle rages on, it turns out that Taylor Swift, the queen of the pop world, has found herself wrapped up in this mess. How? Well, that's where it gets interesting. At first glance, you might wonder how Taylor Swift could possibly be involved in this drama. But according to Justin Baldoni, it's not just about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Apparently, Blake and her team used Taylor's immense clout, and let's not forget Ryan Reynolds' A-list status, to pressure Baldoni into accepting major script changes. Sounds like a creative battle gone wrong, right? One of the most controversial changes? A seemingly simple rooftop scene. Now, this scene might not sound like much, but to Baldoni's team, it was a huge point of contention. Blake Lively apparently pushed for significant changes, and when Taylor Swift publicly praised her version of the scene, it felt like a clear message. We've got the Swifties on our side, you better fall in line. And you know what they say? Power moves in Hollywood can shift the entire game. Having Taylor's endorsement behind Blake's vision was like wielding a huge weapon. Swift's influence is undeniable, and in this case, it seemed to tip the scales in Blake's favor. But what really caused the tension wasn't just the script changes, it was the intention behind them. This wasn't just about creative differences anymore, it was about control. Things get even stranger when Blake Lively allegedly referred to Taylor as one of her dragons. Now, if you're thinking that sounds like something straight out of Game of Thrones, you're not alone. The phrase is intense, even medieval in tone, and it has people questioning the dynamic between the two women. Was Taylor being used as a strategic pawn in this battle, or was this all just a weird metaphor? Either way, it raised eyebrows across the internet. The real kicker, though, it's not just hearsay. According to Baldoni's team, they've got the receipts to back up their claims, text messages, emails, and other evidence that show Taylor might be more involved in this drama than anyone realized. Could Taylor be tangled up in this whole situation? Was she knowingly or unknowingly dragged into a messy power struggle? According to some reports, the evidence could show that she had a more significant role than just being a supportive friend. This is where things get really complicated. Taylor Swift has built an empire. Her brand is larger than life. From Red to Midnights, she's a global sensation, and with that kind of fame comes a whole lot of responsibility. Taylor's not new to legal battles, but this situation is a whole different beast. She's staring down the barrel of a potential scandal that could derail her entire career. Let's face it, Taylor's brand is built on trust, loyalty, and clean image control. If this lawsuit escalates and she's drawn into the drama, it could put everything she's worked for at risk. We're talking about her multi-million-dollar brand partnerships, her tour, her music releases, and everything else. There's no way she's gonna risk that over a legal battle that has no clear winner. So what does she do? It seems like stepping back was the only choice. If these allegations about Blake are true, Taylor could get caught in the crossfire. So what does she do? Announce a break from Blake, take a step back, and let the legal process play out. It's the smart PR move. It's the I need to protect myself move, but that doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't stop at script changes and public endorsements. According to rumors circulating online, Blake allegedly hired one of Taylor Swift's music video editors to work on a personal cut of It Ends With Us. Now, directors working with different editors isn't exactly rare, but where it gets interesting is in the details. Word has it that Taylor's song was slated to appear in the film, which isn't so surprising given her massive influence. What is surprising, though, is the claim that Taylor gave Sony an ultimatum: keep the composer or lose the song. It sounds like a Hollywood power play, one where Taylor's star power was the ultimate bargaining chip. Allegedly, Sony had to choose between keeping the composer and losing Taylor's track, or cutting ties with the composer and welcoming Swift's stardom. The decision was reportedly made quickly, with the composer being replaced and Taylor's track staying in the movie. Now you can imagine how this rubbed Justin Baldoni the wrong way. He was already feeling cornered by all the changes, and this felt like the final straw. We've seen Taylor face off in court before, and we know she can hold her own. Remember her win against DJ David Miller back in 2017? But this new legal battle is a whole different animal. It's not just about personal violation or defamation. There are massive contracts, millions of dollars at stake, and multiple parties involved. The complexity of this case could make any legal battle seem like a walk in the park. This is where Taylor's brand, her carefully crafted public image, comes into play. She spent years building a reputation for being strong, smart, and unyielding when it comes to her rights. But this could be too risky. There are too many variables, too many moving parts. If Taylor sides with Blake, it could damage her career in ways she hasn't even calculated yet. If the allegations against Blake turn out to be true, her career could be in serious jeopardy. But what's even more concerning for Taylor is her involvement in the case. If more evidence surfaces showing that she was more than just a bystander, it could not only ruin her friendship with Blake, but also lead to a PR nightmare of epic proportions. She doesn't need any more scandals, especially when she's on top of the world. One false move and she risks losing everything. So what happens now? Will Blake and Ryan have to pay for this mess? Can Taylor avoid getting dragged into the chaos? Or is her silence the beginning of an even bigger storm? One thing's for sure, Hollywood friendships don't always end in fairy tales. Sometimes they end in lawsuits, accusations, and a public fallout that can't be repaired. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss what happens next in this unfolding drama. Until then, stay safe, and always keep an eye on Hollywood's biggest stars.